Hey guys, welcome back to my chapter review for One Piece chapter 1172, and it's been 2 weeks since we got last chapter. I feel like this whole month has been we were waiting 2 weeks chapter and then another 2 weeks, and now hopefully we don't get another 2 week break anytime soon. We have returned, and hopefully you guys have been checking out my shorts. I've been opening packs. I have to be uploading more. I have a bunch of backlog of things that I've opened already, and I've gotten some good hits. But now I have the illustration boxes that I'm gonna open. I have illustration 5 and 6. I've bought them up because I'm caving, man. I can't get these. These are impossible to get. There's so many people online that are just botting it. So many people just waiting outside stores, just trying to capture it. I just ended up getting people that sold it for me to, for cheaper. So I'm not gonna wait in line, and I try my best online. So if you want me to talk about some trading card game for One Piece, let me know. I am open to it. I have to upload a video talking about the current state of things. But let's go into the chapter review for this. And I feel like it was mostly half of it was filler. It was half of it was Gabon telling them, yeah, there's a thorn guy up there, there's a arrow lady up there, and there's a guy that conjures nightmare creatures. There's nightmare creatures running around everywhere. So everything was just like half of it was filler, explaining to Hydruden and everybody down there in the region everything that was going on up there. So we skipped through all that stuff. We skipped through Husamer's ability, why they can't why they can't just grab and stop the children because of the arrow lady, all that stuff. I was, I mean, we have to explain to them, I guess. I wanted it to be skipped, but I get the sense of why he needs to say it, especially for everybody else. Zoro and Luffy's not gonna hear any of this, but it'll get explained, or he'll eventually figure it out or no. So they reach the Sun Realm, and the Sun Realm, was it? Yes. Okay. So they reach the Sun Realm, and they see Hydruden sees the chaos going on with all the nightmare creatures running around, fighting everybody, and one of his members, his crewmates, ends up catching up to him, and explains the situation. Hey, Dory and Brogy are trying to kill Ja Rule. Now, you got to stop them. We got to stop them. And first of all, man, how are you going to stop Dory and Brogy? Like, Dory and Brogy are where, like, in their prime, I want to say. Like, they were 150 years old or something like that. Like, I forgot how old they are, but they're not old enough to not be in almost near their prime, right? And that they took out a vice admiral. I mean, vice admiral are kind of fodder at this point, but I just want to, can you fight Dory and Brogy in your state, Hydruden? I know you're a crew captain and you're trying to be king of the giants, but I just feel like it was such a disservice being just bodied by base form Luffy, right? I don't know. I have to catch up to how strong. Maybe he got stronger. Maybe he had a huge hockey bloom all of a sudden. After that, he's like, I gotta train to be in Luffy's fleet, right? Hopefully. I mean, he's gotta do more right now. Or actually, the thing that I do want to call out is coming up. It is coming up. Oh man, I'm excited for this power up. So, yeah, they're explaining Dory and Brogy are trying to kill the giant, Ja Rule. They want to take over the land and all that. And Roto gets explained one of the captured kids is his little brother. He runs off. Okay, what are you going to do, Roto? I mean, it's just, okay, we're going to keep going. Just progressing the story, but he just went off on his own. So everybody's goal is to stop these kids from moving, but he goes off on his own to do something. I don't know what he's going to do. Or, I don't know. Anyway, we have Zoro getting pointed at where the library is, and he gets hoisted up so he can see where the library is and run in that direction with Hydruden. Carrying him on his shoulder, we get a map view finally. Well, not finally. We get the same Branch 8 map that I believe we've seen, except where everybody is placed at the moment. And how Dory and Brogy are going to the village that Ja Rule is in, where the castle is. Now, let me see what else we got here. Oh, okay. well, we see on the branch, and then there's a moment where we catch the Straw Hats are still tied up. Robin's just saying the library is burning. I hope the owl was somehow able to manage saving all the books. But we have we have bum Usopp. I swear, I don't know what else to call him. Brook actually broke free and is doing something. My boy Brook, I love Brook. I love Brook and Frankie. The more time passes on, but Usopp, I kind of couldn't stand him this chapter. I want him to do something, and he is just, even at the end of the chapter, Nami was even annoyed with him. He's saying, I can't stand watching Dory and Brogy be like this. I'm like, okay, well, do something. Get out of the situation you're in. Brook was able to do it. I don't know why he didn't save everybody else. Anyway, Dory and Brogy are approaching. They're trying to, make them come to their senses. What else is here? Yasan's wife is well, not wife. Let's just say wife in this case is going to save his kids, and Jarul has his moment where he kind of even accepts. In this moment, it's he. By saying this, I kind of feel like he accepts the situation and what's going to happen to him, and he makes the decision that executive decision, let's say, that I need to tell everybody about this before. I still have something to tell Elbaf. And he gets the transponder snail and starts telling everybody of what happened to the king. And he doesn't say it how it actually happened. And I feel like he's always played this situation out in his head because of how fast and precise everything would have gone. Everything's been said. And how he still saved Harold's image while telling everybody that it was not Loki's fault of what happened to the king. So he tells everybody that the enemy is the world government. Elbaf stands against the world government. Loki was innocent this whole time. He just bore the anger of all of Elbaf and took it with him to stop the menace, the demons that killed Harold. And I feel like that was very elegantly put for what actually happened, because it saves Harold's image and it propels Loki to still be a okay person. Because even Harry Juden is like, you're giving him too much credit, Jarul. So that was pretty funny how he worded it. I liked it how quickly he explained it, and everybody gets the message. We see how he talks to, he's broadcasting it for everybody, but he even tells the demons, or the invaders, the human invaders in this case, how this won't break them. This is actually going to make them stronger. This will make them double down more, which is good because Elbaf, warriors. We're bringing back Jarul the warrior, and he was stated to be the strongest being on this part of the sea. What was it that Druden said? He was the strongest being on this part of the sea of the past 300 years. I just want to capture that. What's it called? I just want to capture that wording he said. Darn it. I lost it right now. Because he says it to Zoro. Oh, there it is. 300 years ago, he was known as the strongest being to ever hail from these waters. Okay, so he wasn't the strongest thing in the world. He wasn't the pirate king of his time, but he was the strongest in the new world. Man, maybe he was pirate king level, basically. He was the pirate king of his era. That's crazy. He was the strongest thing. And he's facing down against Dory and Brogy. So Mans probably has a burst of Conqueror's hockey left in him, enough to deter what's going on. So we'll see. I'm ready. I've loved Jarul this whole time. He is the embodiment of warrior and what's left of that time of being, Elbaf warrior. And he's huge. He's the biggest guy, the biggest giant, only smaller than, I think, ancient giants. I forgot how big he was compared to Harold. And actually, wasn't he looking at Loki eye to eye? I forgot now. Darn it. Anyway, let's keep going. Because it's a very relaxed chapter. It's kind of just going through the phases, going through the steps. It's explaining and just carrying us into the next phase of where everything's gonna start happening slowly. So what else? What else? What else? Don't want to forget anything. And then Usopp. Usopp has like 2 more panels. Oh yeah, he says, oh, that's the Elbaf I admire. Elbaf will never bend the knee. And then later on, after he finishes his speech, he just has, yeah, it just, I feel like Usopp was a little too annoying in this chapter. This is the Elbaf I know. The Elbaf I know is and love is back. It's like, I don't know. Can you get out of the situation you're in? And then Inami right after says, okay, we get it. Can you do something about these arrows? So they're hopefully going to get out soon, and hopefully Usopp gets to do something. I know everybody's like, oh my god, this is Usopp's arc. This is not Usopp's arc. This is Brook's arc, first of all. He's the one that got out. He's going to go do something about Gunko. He's going to be extraordinarily strong. I feel like he has actually never... He hasn't actually gone all out, has he? Like, when's the last time after the time skip he really went all out? Even pre-time skip, who did he fight that really pushed him to the limits? He's always kind of been able to handle everybody. He faced Big Mom, lost, fair enough. I mean, it's a Yonko, but he faced Big Mom and didn't flinch. He did his best, and he survived. I don't know. I just love that Frankie and Brook had the same reaction. They look at the Yonko and they're like, I guess we're just going to face each other now. We're just going to have to deal with the Yonko. No sweat. Anyway, I always bring it up. I love Frankie and Brook. They're like right there. And of course, Zoro fanboy. But Frankie and Brook. Anyway, let me see what else is there before we close out the end of the chapter there. So they're going to say they're going to double down. Elbaf is against the world government. Everybody agrees. And we have Hydruden mentioned. Well, we'll protect the peace Harold deemed of. And they said if we get caught up between them, it's over. That's what Hydruden said. Or that's what the Hydruden's teammate, crewmate said. So I don't know what Zoro's plan is. But he is going to face Dory and Brogy, which are... Okay, so that implication. That's the end of the chapter. But we have Zoro saying he has a plan. And he is going to face amped up Dami Reversied, Dory and Brogy. And they are amped up with recovering abilities that they will always heal unless they're damaged enough that it deters their healing a little bit. But it won't completely nullify the Dami Reversi effect and healing ability. So I really want to see what he's going to be able to do, because he kind of, in this battle, he has to be able to output and control his Conqueror's Haki, and he's going to 100% be able to do it by this arc. But I want to see how Sanji handles all these Dami Reversi enemies, which is weird. We didn't get a Sanji panel at all. Even though they're... Oh no, Sanji is... No, but Sanji was the one carrying Yasan, who was explaining everything on the boat. So I don't know where Sanji is right now, but he can moonwalk faster than the thing can propel them upwards. So I don't know where he ended up going. Maybe he's going to help them get out of the arrow situation. But we have Hydruden in this situation where he's running to Dami Reversi, Dory and Brogy, and if you get caught in the middle, you get Dami Reversied. And we know he doesn't have the Conqueror's Haki. Well, I mean, Zebek was the one that was also not able to even deter the Conqueror's Haki. I mean, deter Dami Reversied, even though he has had probably one of the strongest Conqueror's Haki at the moment, along with Roger and Garp. We have a moment where we can get Dami Reversied Hydruden between Dory and Brogy, and he's gonna get amped up to a what's it called? Ancient giant level size, horns, strength. You know, he is going to be able to give a weakened Loki. We're going to still call him weakened because he is not, I believe, up to par on full strength. He was able to fight and take down the monster. And which is so cruel, Oda, that you made us wait 2 weeks and we didn't get a Loki or Luffy panel at all this chapter. It's so cruel, man. So cruel. Wow, 15 minutes already? Goddamn, I'm talking too slow. We have a situation where we can get Hydruden go off against Loki. And this can be Loki's enemy. He has to somehow not kill his brother because he says, I don't want to do the same thing I did to father to you. I will not kill you. I need to figure out how to nullify this. We are going to get a very amped up near Pirate King feat of getting this thing off of, and Dami Reversi effect off of Hydruden somehow, and Dorian Brogy. We gotta save Dorian Brogy too. We are gonna get a near Pirate King level feat, which is going to put Luffy, which I assume Luffy is gonna be able to do it, on par with Roger. This arc might give us a almost on par Luffy to Roger connection, which would be doing the critical mass Conqueror's Hockey to nullify all the Dami Reversi effect. I think that's kind of what I think is going to happen. And then he has to surpass this level of Roger to defeat Emu, which is the final boss, or Blackbeard, which could be the final boss, whatever it is. I kind of mapping it out right there. I mean, it makes the most sense if we are speeding up and we need to defeat the world government after this arc. This kind of is the arc where he needs to nullify this ability and put himself on the pedestal of Pirate King level. At least, maybe not entirely Pirate King level, but he needs to critical mass with Loki to get rid of the effect. Because I think Loki is devastatingly strong as well. So that, and Loki was rampaging out at sea for 5 years, so he is stronger than he was against his own dad. Oh man, Loki's gonna be a monster. Like, Loki is gonna be very strong, but he's weakened because of the damage that Cerberus sword did from Shamrock. Man, I think that's the map, that's the plan, that's the play that I'm seeing, guys. I think that makes the most sense. We'll see what happens. But I don't want to drag out this video any longer. It was actually supposed to be such a quick chapter review, but then I just enjoyed talking about it a little too much. So that's it for me, guys. As always, please leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one.